They put me under, and about as soon as I was under, I was back out because they found that I had a tumor blocking my lower intestine. It was blocking 98% of.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, when the doctor woke me, he said, I don't need to do a biopsy on this. It is visibly cancer. You need to have emergency surgery.
Wow.
So that was how the whole thing started. It was very shocking. Cancer does not run in my family, so it was not something that we thought, oh, it might be this, or I need to be tested for this. At that time, I was 30 years old, so it just was not anywhere on our radar that that's what it might be. And I remember that we came home that day and we felt very just shocked. I don't know that there was any crying or anything like that. It was just very shocking. And of course, at that time, you're going, Lord, what is this and what are you going to do? After my testing was done further and I had my surgery, which was very difficult with an infant at home. My daughter was 4 months old and the other kids were home as well. They told me that my cancer was stage 3B, so that it was in my lymph nodes and I would have to have chemotherapy. But they did think with my age and without family history that it should be very easy to overcome that with chemotherapy. Chemotherapy I did after I was recovered from the surgery.
So the surgery, what did they remove the tumor, and did they have to remove part of your?
They did. They moved about a foot of my intestine.
Okay.
I was very fortunate. I did not have to have a colostomy or anything like that. And one of the nurses, when I went back for a checkup, said if you had not had the surgeon that you had, you would have had to have had that because he really knew what he was doing. So I was very grateful for that. I was grateful that during that time our church really held us up in support. Our family did. We had so much help with our children and with the housework, and because obviously I wasn't going to be working, through all of that. And it was a difficult time. But you read in the Bible where it says he will uphold me by his righteous right hand. It truly was a time of that. We felt held during that period of time. And it was a good thing that we did. At the end of my treatment, my husband, who's been in the Navy as long as I've ever known him as a reservist, was called up to duty, to active duty in Iraq for a year. And we thought, how are we going to do this? I was still recovering, and we had no idea how it was going to go. But God did, and God took care of our finances. God took care of the help that I needed to be able to not have to go to work. I wouldn't have been able to go to work anyway. God took care of all of that during that time. And once again, we felt like we were just literally being held. We were like in this suspended state of not knowing what to do, but knowing that God was taking care of every one of our needs. When my car would break, money showed up in the mail. When I was too sick to take care of the kids, somebody was there to take care of them. And it was just really such a blessing